Welcome back. Episode 14 of the Will and Russ Sports Podcast. We coming back at you once again, and you know who this is. This is Russ, the Prophet.
And this is Will, aka Will Stramus.
Okay. So what we doing today, Will? Episode 14, like I said, what are we gonna do today? What we talking
Basically,
about? There's a lot to talk about.
there is we're gonna need a couple of days to cover all this stuff that's been happening in the National Football League, man. I
Yeah.
say, we're just, but we're gonna just pretty much just we're gonna recap some of these games, man. We're gonna see, we're gonna talk about some of the upsets, some of the controversial calls, and some of the teams that are, that we predicted that we're going to finish at a certain place,
Yes.
uh, you know, and by the end of the season. So, um, what stood out to you the most this past NFL Sunday, week two? What when you think about the NFL in week two, what immediately comes to your memory bank, man?
To be just transparent and honest,
Yeah,
that whooping we put on the Redskins. Of course, that's what I'm gonna be thinking. That's what's right in my mind. The whooping that the Cowboys put on the Redskins. So if you want to be perfectly honest, but nah, I mean there was a lot that went on too. But I had to throw that in there for my Cowboys. But
yeah. By the way, speaking of the Cowboys, you're right about that. They put a pretty good butt whipping on them. A few Buckeyes stood out in that game too, but uh,
I see what you're doing. All right, okay. But yeah, there was a lot that went on in the NFL though. All jokes aside, um, a lot of injuries that have happened. Um,
a lot of
even
a lot of
eh,
injury that's going to change the outlook of the some
uh,
certain
uh,
divisions.
yes, and then trades and
Yes,
and talks of trades. So it's like a lot going on right now. Um,
no doubt.
and then you have some teams that are playing really well. I've
Yeah,
already
no doubt.
mentioned. I've already mentioned one of them.
Yeah, including your Cowboys. And you guys are.
No, that's the team I mentioned already.
Yeah, no doubt, no doubt. I'm saying that's what I mean. You guys, it's you guys. And of course the New England Patriots, America's team. But we want.
Come on,
Um,
man. Don't.
I mean, again, like I said, that's to me that's America's team. But
All
anyway,
right, all right.
I
That's
digress.
that's that's already done with.
Yeah, yeah, no doubt. Yeah, that's already made and decided.
Yeah,
No, but honestly, for me, the first thing I think about, man, is our predictions. Some of our
yeah,
predictions have
yeah,
been drastically altered. You
yeah.
know,
Both on
because
both sides.
yeah, because some of the, I mean,
But
because
I'm still sticking with my picks. I haven't changed any yet.
yeah, I mean,
It's still too early for
it
me.
is, it is, it
So
is, it is early. I'm gonna go ahead and stick with my picks too, man. But okay, put it this way: one game that did stand out to me was one of my picks that I picked in the AFC East. The Buffalo Bills look pretty darn good, man. You know,
yeah,
um, they've gone on a road twice and won twice.
in the same
In
stadium.
exactly in the same stadium. So the Buffalo Bills are holding serve right now, man. They're I mean, it's not surprising to me. It's because I did pick them to pick to to come second in that division.
Yeah,
Um, although I said the Jets would might have something to say about that, but and it is unfortunate that they've got some injuries now that's holding them back a little bit. But the Buffalo Bills are they're not to be slept on, man. Even in New England, if the New England Patriots think they're just gonna roll over the Bills, that's not gonna happen. The Bills always play the Patriots tough anyway.
and Bills got defense. I mean,
Exactly.
they play defense. That's what I like. I mean,
Yeah,
they play good defense.
yeah, they play excellent defense. They got a really good coaching staff. They've got guys who can make. They've They've upgraded their receiving core a little bit. They have a
Right.
little bit, so that definitely helps them with the addition of Cole Beasley and some other guys. You
Right.
know, um, so that was one of the things that stood out to me. The Bills, also the 49ers, Russ,
The
they're 2-2.
49ers is probably the biggest surprise for me.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Me too. Me too. Me too. Um, the 49ers, they've drafted well, but it's all depending on Jimmy Garoppolo, how he plays.
Right. Right.
They'll go as he goes, because Jimmy Garoppolo, the jury's still out on that guy.
It
You know,
is out, but that kid can ball though.
no, he can, but I mean, we sustainable success is what we're looking for. You
Yeah,
know what I mean?
yeah. He's gonna have to. He's still got a lot to prove.
Right,
Absolutely, no doubt.
right.
But
That's what I mean.
but he's got talent, is what I'm saying. He's got the talent to do it. But
Yes,
will he
yeah,
do it? Is what you're saying. Like, will he do it? And I agree with you
right.
there. Yeah.
Exactly. Exactly. So, but I'm impressed by them. They're trying to make a statement. Out of that the NFC West division.
Yeah.
Now, which brings
Now,
me to
wait. Before you started in the AFC East with the Jets, with the Bills, and that's where we just were kind of. So
right.
I was was Le'Veon Bell crying?
You know what? That's I saw that
I
yesterday.
heard something about that. So
I-
because Le'Veon is a favorite of mine. I got a lot of respect for his game.
and I do too,
He's a
Russ. And
special he's a
great
special
player.
running back. He's like there's
He's a
special
great,
ones that come and he's one of them.
yeah, absolutely. He's a great player, and I
Big
thought
time
about,
player. He makes big plays and
yeah, absolutely. I it's funny that you said that because for a minute there, I thought he was crying. It looked like it. I don't know. Maybe it was raining in New York. I don't know, but it looked like he was.
he said maybe it was raining. I mean, it could have been. It could have been raining.
I mean, I don't know what the forecast was yesterday evening, but so, but yeah, I mean, he had this look on his face, Russ. That I was like, wait a minute, is he, is he, is he David Carring right now? I mean, I,
David Carr. Yeah, but I mean, hey, Le'Veon is a warrior. So like, I really want to know, what was the issue? Like, why he did it? Why he was crying at that moment? What was going on? Was it could have been like mad tears? Remember when you was a kid, you had mad tears. So people have
right,
mad tears when when they get upset sometimes,
yeah,
something
that's
like
true.
that. Like maybe he's mad about the outcome of the game, and that's how passionate he is about the game. All right, I can understand that. You know.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I definitely can understand. I mean, hell, I've seen. I mean, this is probably not a good example, but I've seen Odell Beckham cry on the sideline. But I mean, we
That's
that's
not the
not a
same.
good.
I don't think that's the same
Yeah, you're right. My bad, folks. Listen, audience. I've had a long day. My fault. I should have used a better example than Odell Beckham crying on the sideline. I mean, Lord knows that guy's done all kinds of different antics on the sideline. We don't even know
Right,
what's next with him. But
right.
I don't for what for Le'Veon's sake, I hope he wasn't crying. But if he was, I'm sure it probably had to do something with the
Yeah, it
fact that
wasn't like he got hit too hard or not. You know what I mean? I don't want people to
right.
think like that's what we playing around. But
Well,
nah,
that's what I'm saying. He wasn't doing the Derek
Le'Veon
Carr.
is a warrior. That's for sure. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
But so it must be something. That's why I'm saying I wondered what it was. If that's what it was, if he really was crying or not.
right. That's why I was. Honestly, Russ, I'm not gonna lie to you. When I saw him make that crying face, I was looking for raindrops because I was hoping it was raining over there.
Oh
you
man.
know, listen, trust me, Russ. I love Le'Veon too. I'm a big. Trust me. I love Le'Veon Bell. I wish we had him. And before we got Dalvin, I wish we had him as our running back. But I'm gonna chalk that up to nah. He wasn't crying. I'll go ahead and go on and let me say he probably was upset. He was mad. I wouldn't say he was crying. You know, I wouldn't
Yeah.
say. Um, I tell you who needs to be crying right now
Oh boy, I know where you're going.
is
Go
his
ahead.
former college teammate, Le'Veon Bell's former college teammate, one Mr. Kirk Cousins.
I knew that's where you were going. Oh man, Kirk Cousins. Come on, Kirk. You disappointed my predictions, but I still got. I'm riding with you, Kirk. I'm riding with you. Don't mess me up this time. Yeah, he did his old ways, man. His old habits came back.
Russ, I mean, I'm not gonna say I told you because you already, yeah, I consider you a professional. You know what you're talking about, but God dog it, that dude, man, it just never fails with him, bro. I don't
Right.
know what it, it's unbelievable,
And you
you
see, and
know.
that's the game. Like, if that was against maybe like a team in the AFC or something,
Right, like
I would look at it differently. But that's the Packers.
right.
You
You're
know what I
on the
mean? Like that's the Packers.
right.
You got to beat that.
I,
That's the games you live. The division games. You got to win your division games before you
right,
can, when you. That's how you try to win your division first,
right.
and then get into the playoffs and go on and face the other playoff teams and get to the Super.
Exactly.
That's how it
Right,
works. So if you blowing it in the game, the main games, which is your division games,
right. Which
you know,
are considered big games.
those are huge. Then I mean, definitely,
Yeah,
definitely,
absolutely. They're big games, and again, he choked in that one. You know, I,
right. And that's why I'm saying that's where I can't defend him there. I can't say, like I said, if okay, you had a bad one against the Chargers, all right.
right.
But I can't even say the Chargers because if it's another good team, that's still a disappointment
That's
because
still right.
when you playing against better competition, we expect you to rise to that occasion as well.
Bingo.
So so
Exactly.
I understand that, but so yeah, but he's got to get it together, man. But I mean, Jameis did all right.
Yeah, Jameis Winston.
He bounced back.
He did. He was a good. Yeah, you again. You got the good side of Jameis. You
Right.
know, he came out. He performed well. Um, he didn't make any bad crucial mistakes.
And
And
that's the
just
Jameis you want. And I think that's the Jameis that they've been training and working and molding him to be for this season. You know.
right.
So so he's still in that process. So I guess you're gonna see a couple hiccups early on, but if he can get it together, I think he'll be rolling. I think he has the smarts to do it.
Yeah,
And he
no
puts the
doubt.
work in.
No doubt. And Russ, at this point, if I'm, you know, if I had my choice between Jameis and Cam Newton, at this point,
You always Cam Newton is the bar,
yeah. Well, what I'm saying is,
the example.
yeah, you know how I feel about Cam.
Yeah,
That's yeah, that's well documented how I
right,
feel about that dude.
right.
I'm done with him. So if I had to make my choice, I'm taking James Winston.
Yeah,
However, you know how I feel about Jameis's his inconsistencies,
inconsistencies.
right? So it's kind of like a double-edged sword. You know,
Right.
do I want Cam
But
who
hey, Cam is. I mean, they were playing against the Panthers and Cam, and I mean, Cam makes a lot of. He's inconsistent too, the way he's
oh,
playing lately.
exact? Well,
He
Russ, that's
has
what I'm.
ups and downs because he's so athletic. He can make plays and he's talented, so he can
Yeah,
make plays at times. But then it's not consistent anymore. And there was a
exactly.
time where it was very consistent, for him,
Right. That's what I'm saying. He's. I
which
mean, he.
made the Panthers one of the always a contender at that time.
Yeah, I agree. I agree.
But not anymore.
I agree. I just think, again, I will say, Jameis played well. He rallied his team together, and they found a way to win the game. What do you think about that call though against eh, eh, you know on the goal line with Cam, faking like he's doing the Philly special. And
Right.
what do you think about that call? Do you think they should have made that call and put it in McCaffrey's hand or Cam's hand?
I mean, I'm on the goal line. if I'm just looking at it from a coach standpoint, I want to score.
Hmm.
Um, I would want to put it in Cam's hands because he's so big. I could use that. I could go by that way. But then I could also think about McCaffrey. I mean, he's got the skills to give me a yard.
Hmm.
If he finds an opening, he's gonna find an opening and get in there. So I could look at it from both ways, but I don't know. If I'm going Cam, I'm going quarterback sneak.
Right.
If but then if I'm giving it to McCaffrey, we're gonna power that thing in there.
Right. Right. But I'm saying at that point, should he have made should they have made that call to give it to McCaffrey being so close to the end zone? You know, given the fact that Kim's a bigger, bigger in stature, a little bit more powerful,
That's
taller.
that's what I was saying. That's why I said I would probably lean towards going with Cam.
Yeah, exactly. I agree with you 100%. You know, I would have given it the ball to Cam Newton.
Right.
On a nice like a bootleg or something like that, or even hell, just to have him leap over
Quarter.
everybody.
Yeah, I quarterback sneak it.
Yeah, that's what I mean. You
Yeah.
quarterback sneak it, or something with him.
Right.
With Cam because
Yeah, I would try to take advantage of the size and power that he can
right,
power his way through for a yard,
right,
and without the whole handoff thing, which is going to take time and for the defense to react and come
right,
and penetrate
right,
possibly. You
right,
know.
and it's a slowly developing play. You know what I mean?
Right. That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't know, man. That was a very questionable play call right there, in my opinion. It was very, very questionable,
Yeah.
which ultimately led to the Panthers losing the game.
Right.
But Russ, honestly though, in that game, there was so many bad decisions made by Cam.
Yeah.
So many bad throws.
Yeah.
Overthrows,
That's
throws.
what I'm talking about.
Yeah, he missed so many wide open guys, man.
He's
You know.
very inconsistent now. I mean,
Yeah. It's amazing how
it's like he's
he.
lost his mojo almost. Like
Yeah, 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 exactly. Yeah, he's lost. He's definitely lost his mojo. But I will say this: he hasn't lost his mojo on the runway. He's not. I mean, that boy can dress. You know what I mean? You want to talk about, sashay Shantae. That dude, he's fabulous. You know what I mean? He's fabulous,
Yeah,
fabulous.
he up in the post conference looking like a more fit Medea. What is he
Some
doing?
someone on social media say he looks like the wolf that's in disguise in the Little Red Riding Hood. I mean, it's unbelievable, man. Russ, you sent me something the other day. I don't know who was it.
Oh, it's a
Was
linebacker.
Yeah, was it the guy from San Diego, right?
Yeah,
Man,
wearing a
I forget.
dress, flowery dress, and
Yes. Oh my God, I could. Wait? So let me get this straight. So
and
that's
and, and carrying a
facts.
man purse.
Yes, he actually dressed like that.
I guess so, man. I mean, that was pretty bad.
Oh my God. Wow. Unbelievable. I've seen
Pretty
it all.
bad.
I've seen it all. Honestly, I've seen it all. I really have. So, but I guess to each his own. That's
Oh man.
that's pretty amazing.
Yeah, yeah,
What about the jumping down to matter of fact, back to the AFC East real quick for a second.
yeah,
Um, the Miami Dolphins,
yeah.
getting shut out by the Patriots. What's your take on those guys, man?
Well, that's good you brought up that game because we can talk about one of the trades. A big trade that happened was from the Miami Dolphins. So,
Yes,
um,
big Fitzpatrick
with
going
Minka Fitzpatrick, yeah,
for a first round draft pick. Now, I would not have done that. I'm sorry, I just wouldn't have.
and I don't understand. Are the Steelers really in that need of a safety?
I mean, I thought Sean Davis, the safety they had there originally, I thought he was pretty good. I didn't think he was horrible. The safety out of Maryland. I thought Sean Davis was pretty decent as a safety.
Yeah.
Um, I think they kicked
So
over I want to say Artie Burns. I don't know if they made him kicked him over to safety because remember he played corner last year and he was getting burnt toast and
right.
coffee
Brent tells the
for
coffee time. Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
So I don't know if they kicked him over there at safety, but I guess maybe they have issues at safety. Maybe it's something that they're looking at that nobody else knows. But Minka Fitzpatrick,
Yeah, that's what confused me about the whole thing. But hey, I mean, I guess they know what they're doing. But I I mean, when you make a trade like that, that type of blockbuster trade,
yeah,
I would think it would be to help out your main concern. Maybe safety is their main concern. I don't know.
yeah,
But
maybe. I mean, well, I mean that's not the only main concern now, really. That's
but
even
that's my point. That's the move you make after all those things happen.
right, right, right. So
In your
that
situation, you make that move. It's like, what is that? Okay,
yeah, that's a very
yeah,
puzzling move.
that move really was puzzling to me. But hey, maybe I don't know. Like I
Yeah.
said, maybe that is their main concern is getting a safety, and
Now,
that's it. That's going to put them over the top.
right. I guess so. Now, with that said, we
Maybe they're
all
getting prepared for Odell Beckham. I don't know. I mean, it's just
yeah,
concerning. It's
exactly.
kind of confusing to me.
um, on the flip side to that, is Miami. Well, first of all, I think they're tanking. But I mean, what do you think? I mean, you know, they're. I
No, I
think
think they're that bad.
you think they're that bad.
Yeah.
You don't think they're basically saying, you know what, we're gonna suck and try to get a high draft pick so we can rebuild this team. You don't think they're
You
doing
know
that?
what? I think I might be with you there. I see what you're saying, and I think I might agree with you there.
Yeah.
You know.
You know what I mean? Like, think about it. I mean, you got rid of your first round overall pick, the left tackle Larry Tunsil. Then you got
Right.
rid of your other first round pick, Minka Fitzpatrick, for
Right.
a bunch, for a bunch of first round. You got Russ. They got three first round picks next year, three,
Yeah.
and then the year after that, they got two first round picks, two second round picks, and two third round picks. So
I think after that week one where everybody was in the locker room talking about they wanted to be traded, I think that's when they started tanking. That's when it started right there.
yeah, yeah, I
That
agree.
was it. Because how you gonna? You got. I mean, you can't get that team to play.
Hmm.
I mean, you're gonna need like
Absolutely
Vince Lombardi or Bill Parcells or somebody to go in there, you know, to get
right.
that together. So no,
Exactly.
you gonna get
Yeah,
Bill Belichick from the Patriots. I mean, that's what you need. You need something like that
exactly.
to
Yeah,
put a
you need a
change to that.
overhaul, no doubt.
Yeah.
Now, in that game, speaking of that game, the Patriots, on the other hand, Antonio Brown made his debut. Uh,
Yes.
there were some ups and downs in his play. He caught a touchdown pass, but some of the
Hmm.
lot, a lot of Tom Brady's passes to him were, I think he was targeted 8 times and caught 4 passes. A lot of those passes, Russ was, well, at least half of them were miscommunication passes. He would run one route, and Brady would throw another type of route. You know what I mean? So I saw a lot of that happening, but I'm sure with another week under their belt, another week, they'll probably get that taken care of and squared away. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah. You know.
Now, what do you think that's an interesting analysis you just gave. So what? Why do you think that or what do you think about that? Like, what does that mean
For the Patriots,
for Antonio Brown? His game. I'm talking about from a football standpoint as a wide receiver.
hmm
Was he
I
not
think
get? Let me ask you this: was he not getting open?
um I think he was getting open, but
Okay.
I think he was he I think being the fact that he's new to the system and to that organization, to the team, and he doesn't have familiarity with Tom Brady yet. I think that had a lot to do with
A
it.
lot more to do with it. Okay,
Yeah,
okay,
yeah, because it's one thing, I mean, yeah, he's a great receiver and everything, but you still have to develop some kind of chemistry and rhythm with your,
right.
what I mean, no, regardless of who you are. I mean, you could be you could be Jerry Rice, and you put Jerry Rice in, at his prime with Tom Brady in his prime, and for the first game they're playing, there will be some
There'll be some
miscommunication,
miscommunications. Yeah, absolutely. You got
so
to
I
get on the same page and then get a rhythm.
exactly.
Quarterback knows when he's gonna throw the ball because he knows when you're coming out your break. All those type of things.
Right,
You got to
exactly.
get used to it, get used to each other.
Yep, yep. That's what I'm saying. So I think Russ, honestly, man, they're going to be a deadly offensive team, man.
Yeah,
They're going to be so deadly. I mean, their running backs are great. Sony Michelle and
yeah.
Mike, they're great. I mean, with Antonio AB Edelman, I mean,
Gordon.
Josh Gordon, they just got so many weapons now that it's like it's sickening. Along
Yeah.
with the what you got that many weapons, Russ, and then you got a Hall of Fame quarterback who's still playing at a high level. That's a recipe for success. You know what I mean? So,
Let me ask you this: we
mm,
didn't when we did our predictions, we didn't do who we thought was gonna go all the way. We didn't do Super Bowl predictions and all that, did we?
no, we did not.
We just picked who we thought were gonna win the divisions, right?
Right, right. We
Okay,
didn't.
so at this point right now in the season,
Hmm.
who do you got winning the AFC and who do you got winning the NFC?
Um, I
Not
got
who you want, but who you think is
who I
right
think
now from right now where we are. Yeah.
right now. I think the New England Patriots. They're going to win the AFC. I
Okay.
think the Patriots are. Because I believe that um, I think Bill Belichick has so much faith in Brady and Josh McDaniels to run that offense that
I agree.
he doesn't really need to focus on that too much. You
Right.
know, Bill Belichick we know is a defensive mastermind.
Defensive guy. Yeah. Yeah.
Right. So he's going to focus on that defense and get them up to speed and up to snuff enough to play and against a team that I picked to be in the AFC Championship game, the Kansas City Chiefs. Um,
Okay. So you picking the championship game. Okay. And you
yes,
got the
yeah,
Patriots beating the Chiefs.
yeah, absolutely, yes. I got the
Okay.
Patriots beating the Chiefs. Now in the NFC, um, wow, that's a tough one, man. You know what? I'm gonna go with the Seattle Seahawks in the AFC Championship game, along with the Philadelphia Eagles. I'm gonna go with the Philadelphia Eagles and the Seattle Seahawks. I noticed. I noticed you laughed there for a second. What did you expect?
Oh man.
I
I
mean,
didn't
what did
have
you
any expectations. I had no expectations. So I mean, hey, that's your
ask
picks.
the question, right?
The Eagles and the
Yes, I'm
the
going with the
Seattle
Eagles
Seahawks.
and
Okay.
the Seattle Seahawks. I believe that they'll be in the NFC Championship game. Um, and I'll say the Seattle Seahawks will win the
Oh,
NFC and go to the Super Bowl.
so
Yes,
we're gonna see a repeat Super Bowl.
yes, we're going to see a repeat Super Bowl. The Seattle Seahawks and the New England Patriots, and again, the New England Patriots will win the Super Bowl
Okay. I
for the
got you.
seventh time in 20 years.
I got you.
Yeah. What about you? What say you? What's your prediction? I already know it. I
Man,
mean,
after
I already know
after
what you're gonna
that
say. Go ahead.
after that great prediction you just made,
Thank you.
um can't say that I agree with it totally, but I agree with some of it. Um on the AFC side, I got the Patriots being in the AFC Championship game for sure. And I got the Chargers
Okay.
playing them in the AFC Championship game and Brady versus Rivers, and Brady will send the Patriots back to the Super Bowl.
Okay. All right.
And in the NFC side,
I'm waiting. Waiting.
man. Okay, so this is I know you're gonna be this is gonna be hard to explain, but not it's not hard to explain, but it's gonna be confusing maybe. But I got the Green Bay Packers in the NFC Championship game
Okay.
against the Dallas Cowboys.
Okay.
What's the laugh? All right, never mind. But
Yeah.
anyway, the Dallas Cowboys and the Green Bay Packers in the NFC Championship game, and of
Okay.
course the Cowboys will win a game at home. The game will be at home for the Cowboys,
Okay.
because the Packers are going to be a wild card team,
Okay.
and the Vikings will win that division still, like I said,
Okay.
and you'll see. And the Packers will make it in as one of the wild card teams,
Okay.
and after they make it in as a wild card team, they'll Aaron Rodgers will be Aaron Rodgers
Hmm.
and put them in the NFC Championship game against the Cowboys, who will have the bye week, and will win
So,
their divisional. They'll win their divisional game.
so you're saying the Packers are going to be like the fifth or sixth seed?
Right, right,
Okay.
exactly.
Got you.
And the Cowboys will make it. There'll be a bye, and it'll end up being the Cowboys and the Patriots in the Super Bowl,
Yeah.
and the Cowboys will dethrone the Patriots. It'll be a passing, a changing of the guard
Okay. All right. All right. Changing the guard from. Okay. So they're going to beat
from
the American team.
from the how like sometimes in fighting like boxing
Yeah.
they have like interim champions.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Patriots have been an interim champion, and it's time for the real champions to come back. So they're gonna beat the Patriots in the Super Bowl, and you know that will be Brady's. This will be Brady's last season.
Okay. All right. Well documented. That's why we do the show because we want to have it on record. You know, we want to have it on record. So,
Now, you know what? I don't think
mm,
it'll be Brady's last season. It'll be his second to last season.
second class season. Okay.
Yeah, because
All
Brady,
right.
if Brady losing the Super Bowl, he's coming back
Right.
unless he physically can't do it, and I think he'll be able to do it. You know, but he's coming back.
Okay.
Yeah, so Brady's got two more seasons,
Got you. All right. Well, yeah, I agree with that. Actually, I
but
think
he'll
well
lose
done.
the Super Bowl. Cowboys will win it, and the Cowboys are a young team. Um, they're back in the saddle again. They have the talent and the star power now to you know
Okay. Well, let me
to
just say this.
to to carry the NFL again.
Clearly, that's a homer pick, but well, that's either here or there. I mean, Jesus Christ, really?
That's not a
Um,
homer pick. That's straight. That's not who I was. That's not just who I wanted to happen, but that's the Cowboys are that good,
no,
and
they are.
the
They look good.
NFL would think about it. Will the NFL will love a Cowboys versus Patriots Super Bowl? You got 1 and 2 for as far as revenue and all that stuff right now in the NFL.
Hmm.
That's 1 and 2. Popular teams 1 and 2 in
Right.
all the categories. Like that's not just me saying 1 and 2 trying to be funny. Like seriously, like when you look it up, the Cowboys
Hmm.
are still 1 and the Patriots are 2 though in almost every category I looked up.
That's
You know,
true.
so that would be great for the NFL.
Right.
Cowboys versus Patriots.
Right. Right.
Whoever wins that game, they're gonna, the NFL's gonna win because that will be a highly watched Super Bowl.
It will be. Yeah. You're right.
Everybody's gonna watch, even the people that hate the Patriots and the Cowboys. There's people out there who hate both teams, you know.
No doubt.
So it's like that will be a huge Super Bowl. Like it'll be everybody's gonna watch that, especially the Patriots. Like you just said, and it's like you just said, the Patriots have star power. They already did with Brady and Belichick alone, you know.
Right.
And you got the element of this young kid, Kellen Moore, that they've been hyping up.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying he's a hype. I'm just saying the media has been talking about everybody. The talk is like just like they did with the Rams coach.
Right.
You know what I mean? So they've been talking about Kellen Moore and how and he deserves it. I mean, because the play calling is way different now
It really
than
is.
what it was when Scott Linehan was doing it.
Right.
Just to be perfectly honest. So Kellen Moore, and that'll be an interesting talk right there between Kellen Moore versus Belichick's defense. And right now is they're gonna play before the Super Bowl, so they're gonna play this season coming up,
Yeah.
and you know that's gonna be a huge. You'll see how huge that game is.
Right.
That's gonna be a huge game, especially if both of them keep playing. Don't let them go into that game undefeated. Both of them.
Right.
That's gonna be definite like a huge matchup.
Yeah.
Everybody's going to be watching and tuning in for that. The Patriots are built like that. They got Brady, like you said. They got the running backs. They've got the receiving core. I mean, probably the best in the league.
Yeah. Yeah. I would.
You
I
know,
would say so.
you
Absolutely.
know, receiving core, and then you got Brady.
Yeah.
So I definitely would that would be huge. And then Belichick with the defense. Then you look at the Cowboys, and you got young Dak. You know, the only
Hmm.
person who had better numbers than him since he's come in is Brady.
Right.
You
Right.
know, if you just look at the numbers, I'm not saying that means much to me. Because I still look at the eye test, and to me, Dak Dak has the talent and skill set and the mindset to be able to be a great quarterback in this league or leave his mark. Like
I
that. He has
absolutely.
the ability, but he's not
I,
Tom Brady yet. You know what I mean? He's not Tom Brady yet.
yeah. I don't think he'll
So
ever be Brady. To be honest with you, I don't think he'll ever be Brady. But he can
no, no,
be.
he's not gonna be Brady. He'll be Prescott though.
Yeah. He'll be
And that could mean
exactly
something totally different. You know what I
right.
mean? But
He
but
could be
still,
Prince.
where he's respected as one of the greats.
Right. Yeah. I mean, Dak. Yeah. That's why I told you, Russ. I'm again. You know me. I'm not a Cowboy fan in any stretch, but I respect. I respect game where it's due. I mean, the kid like Put it this way: if my team, the Minnesota Vikings, had Dak Prescott, I think we're 2-0 right now. Honestly,
Right,
at this, I think we're undefeated. My confidence level will be so high with him because I know he's capable of winning, you know, big games. He's
right,
shown. He's shown that not once, no, twice. He's shown that multiple times.
right,
So I can definitely concur with you on that. So
right,
the Cowboys being in the Super Bowl will not surprise me at all. It really, honestly, it wouldn't, because you guys have the team. You got the
right. That's what I'm
receivers.
saying. It's not a homer pick. It's definitely you know it makes sense. It makes sense with the team that if you look at the Cowboys team and how they're playing, you can see that it's not impossible that the Cowboys could make the Super Bowl. Right? Hello.
Russ, Russ,
Hey.
could you hold 1 second?
Yeah.
All right, hold on 1 second. Hello.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm sorry, Russ. Okay.
that's all.
You can just edit this part, right?
Yeah, 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 yeah.
All right. Now, where was that, dog?
Um,
Oh, we was
we
talking
were still
about
talking about the
that.
Cowboys Patriots.
Yeah. So yeah, it wouldn't surprise me, man, if they went there. You know, it wouldn't. It really wouldn't surprise me if the Cowboys were in the Super Bowl. So but I'm picking the Eagles to. I mean, I'm sorry, not the Eagles, the Seahawks to be in the Super Bowl. So you know, we'll just leave it at that.
Right. So there he is. There's our Super Bowl predictions. We just did that.
Yeah, no doubt. Um, Now, a couple of more games, man, that was a surprise to me. The Chargers. The
Yeah.
Chargers went to Detroit and let the Lions beat them.
Right.
What do you make of that, man? I mean, that's that's a weird
Definitely
game.
was surprising that the Chargers lost to the Lions. I mean, I don't know what's going on with San Diego. They have the talent that's there. I mean, they have the talent um, on both sides of the ball. So they just got to make it happen on the field. I don't get it.
Yeah,
To drop a game, to the Lions like that, it makes me feel
right.
like you're not focused.
Exactly. That
You
that's
know,
that's my point, Russ. That's
when you
what I
have
was
that much talent, that's what it has to be, right?
right, right. I mean, they get the Chargers are loaded with talent,
Right,
you know. Even missing Melvin Gordon, they still have a guy who's very capable of carrying the ball successfully. I mean, you got Justin Jackson,
right,
and you got Eckler. I mean, those guys can carry the load for a while until he gets, Gordon gets back. But I mean, see, that's the thing, Russ. The Chargers, and it's been going on for years with them. They always have a lot of talent, but there's always that game where they just lose focus, and you're like, what was that? You
right,
know what I mean?
right, right,
There's always that one game during the season, maybe even two sometimes when you look at the Chargers and you're like, wait a minute, what just happened? You lost to the Lions,
right,
the Lions who just tied the who just like the Cardinals come back and tie the ball game with them. I mean,
right.
it's just
How did you
yeah.
think the Cardinals played this weekend, though?
I think they played confident and inspired football. You know, because
I was impressed a little bit, man.
yeah, because you know what it was, Russ? They used that tie from the week prior as momentum. They used that.
Right, right,
Yeah,
right,
honestly, I know it sounds silly, but they actually did. They
right.
figured, okay, they were down by 18 points in the fourth quarter. They came all the way back and tied the game, and ended,
Yeah.
and was tied. So
So
they
they
kind of
came in there focused.
right, right. So I think they played well. I mean, they didn't beat the Ravens, but that was a hell of a game. That was a competitive game.
Right.
That was a really competitive game. So um, Kyler Murray looks like he looks promising. He does.
Yeah, he does. Yeah. I mean, I thought he would play. He would be good. I just knew he's still gonna go through his ups and downs, and it's not gonna be enough ups for them to be winning.
Right,
But I think
right.
they're gonna compete every game. Wins,
Yeah,
and they're gonna win a few games too. But I don't think they're gonna make the playoffs or anything.
yeah, yeah. I mean, that's exactly right. They'll compete, but uh, when teams figure out how to defend this new offense that they've got and how to defend Kyler Murray, it's gonna be the games are gonna be a lot more lopsided, in my opinion. You know,
Right.
so well, again, that remains to be seen, but I truly believe that.
Unless he
Game,
can, continue to master what he's doing and get even better. That's also a possibility too.
right, right. So yeah, that's true. What
But
other
yeah, the
games?
NFL's gonna always, once you get more film out on you,
Absolutely,
yeah,
absolutely. That's what I mean.
yeah.
What other games stood out to you? You know,
Um.
I know. The like I said, the Chargers stood out to me. That I was like, well, what happened there?
Oh,
Um,
I know which game stuck out to me.
what's that?
The Colts.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah,
Jacoby Brissett, man, that kid.
he's balling, man. He can play, Bruss. He can play.
Hmm.
The kid can play, man.
I told you,
And
I
not
thought
only
he
that,
was the best quarterback coming out that year in that draft.
yeah, I mean,
I had him above all of them. When everybody else was talking Goff and Wentz,
hmm
I was talking about him and Dak.
hmm yeah, I mean, look at him now. I mean, he um he can play, Russ. I mean, the
Yeah.
he got nice arm strength. He's nice,
Yes, he
he's
does.
big, he's mobile, he's accurate.
He's
And
poised too. He's a leader
yes,
too,
he
man.
is. Yeah,
He's
you
a
could
leader.
exactly. He's just some players, man, they just have that it factor, and I think he
Yes.
has, man. I think he has it. You know, I do.
Right.
I think he has that certain it about him.
Right.
And it helped too where he backed up Andrew Luck and he learned a lot from Andrew. How to carry him
And Brady, don't forget.
and yeah, and Tom,
He
how to
was there
carry
with
himself.
Brady and Garoppolo.
Right, how to carry himself as a professional. How to
Right.
study film. You know what I mean? How to just dissect the defenses, read defenses.
Right.
He's looking good, man. I'm happy for him actually. You
Yeah,
know,
me too.
But and it also helps him though that the defense is pretty. The Colts got a pretty good defense. They
Yeah,
do.
they're playing well. Definitely
Yeah,
playing well.
yeah, absolutely. And my one of my picks for offensive rookie of the year got a good head start on the season when he Paris Campbell got his first touchdown of the season. So
Yeah.
things are looking promising on that end.
Right.
How did Devin Smith look? Well, not Devin Smith. What do you call it? Devin White?
Devin White.
Yeah, how's he looking? I heard. Did he get hurt?
Yeah, he got hurt.
Oh, okay, that's why.
Not
I
this week, but he was already hurt.
It
Coming
was
into
already.
this week.
But
Yeah.
who was your offensive rookie of the year again?
Josh Jacobs for the Raiders. He
Oh
started
yeah,
off
he's
good
looking
in
good.
the first game,
I think he looks good.
and he's getting a lot of touches.
Yeah, he
And
is
remember
definitely,
that was my
definitely.
reasoning in picking him.
Yeah, he is getting a lot of touches. Well, he's going to need a lot of touches going up against the Minnesota Vikings defense coming up this weekend. Um,
Watch, he's gonna go for 100 on y'all.
oh, really? Okay,
Yeah.
all right.
Kirk Cousins gonna have to save the day.
Oh my God, stop it, please. Stop that. That's the last thing we want is that guy to having the ball in his hands
I mean,
with
are
us.
you a Vikings fan? Like what?
Of course I am. I'm a Viking fan, but I'm not a Kirk Cousins fan. You know that.
I know. I'm just.
I mean, that guy, I don't want, listen, I don't want him anywhere near my team. Okay.
Wow, that's strong.
If I had it my way, Kirk Cousins he'll be on the backside of a milk carton. Okay? He'll be,
Wow, man.
you know
Hey,
what I mean? He'll be on the
that's a
in the he's a part of the endangered species list. Okay, when it comes to certain types of quarterbacks, the quarterbacks that always choke in big games. Those guys, they're not there's not a lot of those anymore. But he's one of them. You know, so yeah, Russ. I mean, I'm sure. Did you see what he did on Sunday? I mean, it
yeah,
was egregious. It was
yeah,
egregious,
yeah,
unbelievable.
yeah.
That was a debacle. I mean,
That was.
oh my God, that was ugly. Jesus Christ, my brother. Oh, wow. And what makes me sick about Kirk too? He'll come up there on the podium. Well, I'm so embarrassed and so disappointed in the way my performance today. Man, you say that every time. I'm getting tired of you saying that. Go do better. I'm tired. I'm tired of hearing you say, "I'm disappointed in my performance. I'll do better. Sorry
Yeah,
for the." I'm tired of
can't
hearing
you
that.
can't lose the you gotta rise up and make a statement in those type of divisional games.
Right, right. You can't. That's a big game. That's your
That's a huge
rival.
game.
That's a rival. You're at Green Bay, a
Right.
rivalry game. And you know, there's no weather. Weather wasn't a factor. It wasn't cold. It wasn't too hot. It was
Right.
perfect Sunday weather in Green Bay, and you shit the bed on your. You know, oh my god. You you know what I'm saying? You threw up all over yourself, bro. Come on, man.
Wow.
You know, so I'm done with Kirk. I'm done with him. I'm done with Cam. I'm almost done with your boy,
Who else is on the
James.
done list? Huh?
Jameis. He's
Oh, Jameis.
yeah. I'm almost done with Jameis too, Russ.
You
I'm giving
almost done with
it's a week to week thing with me and Jameis. You know, I like Jameis. I think you know he has a lot of potential, but man, his inconsistent plays just be killing him.
right.
Oh my goodness, it kills him so much. Jesus. So, but yeah, I
Jameis
mean,
is gonna be all right, man. He started on a good foot against the Panthers and your boy Cam, and you know.
oh, my boy Cam. I like how you slid that in there, my boy Cam. Oh shit,
It's like he
Cam.
went to the store and was like, just give me an honest to fit.
Right. Yeah, exactly. Aunt Jemima outfit. I mean, Jesus Christ, bro. That dude is. See, that's what I'm saying, Russ. Look how focused. Like, does that look like a guy who's focused on winning?
Nah, it doesn't. It doesn't. It just
You
doesn't
know what
look.
I'm saying?
And when you're losing and when you're not winning, like we said before,
Right.
it just looks bad. It doesn't look good. It doesn't look
Exactly.
good.
The optics of the whole situation just
Yeah,
looks horrible.
perception is a lot. It means a lot, regardless of
Yeah,
what people like to admit. Perceptions means a lot,
it
and
does.
when you're losing, that's one perception, and then you're adding this to it.
Right.
It now it stands out. It stands
Right.
out to
Yeah.
everybody.
Absolutely. And it gives a bad omen to your to the future going forward because everybody's looking at you like, oh, that's the quarterback who who likes to be flamboyant and flashy and everything, but he doesn't do it. Like he loses, like he's always
Right.
losing, but he wants to look good and
Right.
look cute and sweet and sexy before and
Oh
after.
man.
I mean, you might as well call him Fabio Cam. Fabio Newton. I mean, this dude.
Fabio Newton. Oh man.
It's just it's ridiculous, man.
Yeah.
I'm tired of it,
Yeah.
man. This Russ. I'm just tired of seeing all uh these African American quarterbacks. When I say these African American, look him. Okay, I'm tired of seeing him dressed like Medea, right? And coming up on the podium and telling us how much effort he's going to put into his next performance, and then he goes there and looks like Medea again, and then wets the bed. I'm just sick of it. I'm done. I'm done with Cam Newton.
So Cam is on the done list. He's
Yeah, he's
finished.
done. Kirk Cousins is definitely done. Now Kirk is in the other on the other opposite end of the spectrum, though they have that in common. Kirk is, here's the thing, Russ. If Kirk could just win big games,
Yeah.
he'd be perfect. But he doesn't.
When like he can ball like the way when he's on his thing and he's driving and moving the ball and they scoring.
Hmm.
That's all they need. You guys need him to do when the game is on the line. Like that's
Right.
what we need you to do.
Right.
Or pretty
Exactly.
soon you're just gonna have the label like you can't handle the pressure, like pressure bust
Can't.
pipes.
Bingo.
So the bigger the game, you're not rising up. There's the great ones, they rise up in those situations in any
Yep.
sport.
Yep.
Any sport.
Any sport, bro. Any sport. It's.
That's why I judge the eye test, over stats.
Oh
I'm
yeah,
not one of those
absolutely.
people that say stats is doesn't mean anything, but it's not the be all everything that
Yep.
people make it today. Stats should be used after you've watched the actual action. You've seen
Right.
it for yourself, and you can see how um, different players impact the game
Right.
within the game. Within the
Right.
game, not just
Abs-
watching the highlights or the. You know what I'm saying? Like that's a
Yep.
different thing to watch the game. Like you get the eye test. The eye test will tell you everything.
Absolutely.
Like, does this guy play like a Hall of Fame player, week in and week out? That type of thing. That's how I judge the Hall of Fame players that I see.
Right.
That's why
Right.
it doesn't matter how famous you are, popular. It's like, what are you doing on that field?
Right.
So that's why the eye test is important, man. But
Absolutely, man.
you know,
The eye in the eye in the sky don't lie, baby. The eye
right?
doesn't lie. Whatever you see is what it
Exactly,
is. You know,
exactly.
it's believing. You know, um, you know, I completely agree with that, bro. Completely. However, let me digress here for a second. Let's go a day back from Sunday, which was Saturday. College football
Oh yeah,
was
college
was
football.
really, yeah, it wasn't really too many, wasn't really too many big games
No,
on Saturday, but there was a couple of games that that drew my particular interest. One
and
of
which
which
which one were those?
was the University of Maryland. I mean, now, okay, let me preface what I'm about to say by saying this. I think the University of Maryland is going to be I think they're going to be really good this year. I still think that. However,
Right.
isn't that such typical of University of Maryland to look like world beaters first 2 weeks of the season, and then when they go on the road to Temple
Right.
and lose, just put up a dud. You know what I mean?
They started feeling themselves.
Bingo. They started, oh my God, we beat Howard by 70 points. We beat Syracuse by 43 points.
That's the game right there that made them feel like that.
Yes,
Beating Syracuse,
absolutely.
that made them feel. Howard is one thing.
Right,
You
right,
supposed to be Howard,
right.
but when they beat Syracuse, that was considered like an upset.
Yes, yeah,
And everybody was starting to talk about them, and I think they started reading the headlines and
right.
went out there and laid an egg against Temple.
Complete egg. I mean, a turtle egg for that one, for that
Right.
matter. That was
Turtle
pretty.
egg.
That was pretty bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was one game that stood out to me. The other one was the Clemson. Uh, and it was the Clemson Syracuse game. Russ,
Yes.
I don't know if you saw the game, man, but Russ, Syracuse had so many opportunities to try to at least compete in that game.
Yes, they did.
Oh my God, it's amazing. I mean, their quarterback is disgusting. I mean, some of his decision making, his yeah.
I
If I'm
mean,
a Syracuse
that's
fan,
why I really think that Georgia will be the team to, I could see Georgia taking advantage of some of those opportunities that were missed by Syracuse, a team like Georgia,
mm,
to win it all.
right? So yeah, I mean, Clemson clearly was the better team, obviously, but I mean, Syracuse had some opportunities in that game. Numerous, I'm talking about at least five good times where Syracuse could have, at least, made Clemson sweat. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? But they never took advantage of it, and it was based
Exactly.
on it was based on their quarterback play, Russ. And what do you and I always say when we talk about football? If you have a
Quarterback.
good quarterback, you have a
Yeah.
chance.
Right.
If you have good quarterback play, you have a
Have
chance.
a chance. Yeah.
And man, they didn't have a chance for us because that quarterback was putrid. I mean, he was ugly. It was disgusting to watch. I mean, it was just man, I. So yeah, that game right there was like, oh my God, it was. I mean, because for a minute there, Syracuse was hanging with Clemson. It really was,
Right.
And then all of a sudden, Clemson started gradually pulling away because of Syracuse's uh, basically shooting themselves in the foot,
Right.
penalty, turnovers, bad decision making by the quarterback. Yeah, it was
That's
very.
why I
If
said
I'm
a better
yeah,
team, a team like Georgia would have taken advantage of some of could have would have taken advantage of some of those
right, right,
things and been able to possibly beat Clemson.
right. I can see that. I can agree with that. I can see that. I mean, Trevor Lawrence, he wasn't all that great in that game. He threw
Right.
a couple of bad interceptions.
Right.
Um, so yeah, it wasn't great. It wasn't great. So, but yeah, I mean, this weekend though is supposed to be some pretty prime time game. I mean, Wisconsin is Michigan is at Wisconsin.
Yes,
Quickly, your thoughts on that? Quickly.
I think Wisconsin is gonna win that game.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, so if Wisconsin wins the game, what do you think happens to Michigan, Jim Harbaugh and his Wolverines?
Oh, it's gonna be heavy scrutiny. I know that in the media, but
Absolutely.
but yeah, because it's been some wishy washy play for me that I've seen out of it. That Michigan team, and I don't know. To me, it's like they're headed towards a big upset.
Right. Yeah, I mean, they're favored in the game. They're favored to
Oh
win the
yeah,
game.
oh yeah,
They're the higher ranked team. So, Wisconsin really honestly don't have much to lose.
right.
They
It's a
got
perfect upset game, because they've. I mean, Navy was winning was up on them.
right, right, right. Army, you mean Army?
I mean,
Yeah,
Army, not Navy.
yeah,
Army
yeah.
was up on them.
Right.
By 14. They were like 14-0 to start that game.
Yeah, it was absolutely. I'm telling you, Russ, I actually tend to agree with you. Um, you're going into Camp Randall Stadium. That stadium is one of the loudest, most raucous
Yes,
stadiums in the country. You know, you're going into Camp Randall with all that them screaming drunk fans in Madison,
right.
Wisconsin, and you're facing just a pit bull of a running back and Jonathan Taylor with that big,
That's what I'm
huge
gonna
offensive
say. If
line.
they can run the ball on Michigan, they
Yeah,
will speed the game up.
yeah,
You
yeah.
see what I'm saying? They will speed the game up.
That's true.
And what's gonna happen is, they're just gonna basically. I say basically they won't blow them out or nothing like that. But if they speed the game up, they keep Michigan's offense on the sideline,
Hmm.
and that way they can keep Michigan scoring down. You know,
Right, right.
and their run game just dominates, and that line is
Yeah,
imposes its will on Michigan's defense and tires them out. You could have a Michigan could be in a fight, man.
yeah. I
They could
agree,
be in a
man.
serious fight against Wisconsin.
I totally agree, man. That's wow, wow. That's yeah. Michigan better be careful. And honestly, Russ, they better be careful they don't get blown the you know what out. You
Right. That's
know?
why I said I was thinking about. It's like, nah, I still don't think they're gonna get blown out. I'm giving Michigan a little bit of credit. Like
Yeah,
I,
yeah,
I
yeah.
don't I don't think they're gonna get blown out. I just think they're gonna be shocked. They're gonna
Yeah.
be upset.
Right, right. I agree. I agree. I tend to agree with you on that. I think they're going to end up getting upset,
Yeah.
because number one, Wisconsin has an act. Their defense is very underrated. A lot of people don't talk about
Yes,
Wisconsin defense, but they got a good defense.
they
You know what I'm
do.
saying? So that's. I can't wait for that game. I'm very excited to see that game. Another game I'm excited to see too, Russ, is the back in the SEC with Auburn versus Texas A&M.
Yes.
That game,
Who you got in that game?
I got Texas A&M. I'm sticking my
I
pick.
figured you got Texas A&M. I got Auburn winning that game.
Really?
Yeah.
No, I don't see that. I cannot see that. It's at Texas A&M, and you know how college football is. With
Right.
home,
Right.
I can't see Auburn going in there and beating Texas A&M. I cannot see that. Texas A&M will beat Auburn. Now, I'm not saying it's going to be a blowout game, but they're going to beat Auburn. They are. They're going to put up at least 30 on Auburn.
Just because they're at home, you think?
Yes, yes,
Think that's gonna
yes,
put them over the top? I mean, you're
yes.
probably right on that one, but I still think Auburn can beat. I think Auburn can beat them.
Yeah, they can beat them. No, I'm not saying they can't. I'm saying they won't because of number one, Texas A&M is talented. However, and number two, there's their home field advantage. You
Right.
know, they Russ, believe it or not, they are the original 12th man. They
Right,
originate
right,
stuff.
right.
So that stadium gets
Oh
bonkers.
yeah, oh yeah.
You know what I mean? So
Well, Auburn's they know that SEC play.
right, right. I mean, yeah, again, we'll see. It's a night game, so we'll see what happens.
Yeah.
It's them night games is tough for us
Oh yeah,
in,
of course,
in any
of
college
course. There's
stadium.
a lot to it.
Oh my God. So you know, we'll see. We'll definitely see. So, yep. Yeah, man. Anything else stood out to you on during college football Saturday?
No, that was it. It wasn't like you said. It wasn't so many
Yeah, it wasn't any
ranked teams versus
marquee
ranked teams like
names.
the big name games
Yeah, yeah,
matchups, I should say. But
yeah. I mean, I will say this though, real quick. My beloved Ohio State Buckeyes. To my surprise, I'm not gonna lie to you, Russ. I am a little bit surprised at how we manhandled. I'm talking about manhandled Indiana at Indiana. I couldn't believe that. I mean, I thought, the reason why I'm surprised is number one, we got a new quarterback. You know what I'm saying? Um, we had some guys missing on offensive line. We still got young receivers. Man, Russ, we destroyed Indiana 51-10. I
yeah,
mean,
I mean, but come on, you knew they was gonna beat Indiana. That's
yeah, but I know, no doubt. I hear you on that. But I didn't think it was gonna be that bad, Russ. You know what I mean? I didn't think 51-10. Wow, that's I couldn't even fathom that. And how Indiana got their touchdown was it had to be a trick play that they like, the quarterback toss back, the
right,
throwback quarterback, and then the quarterback throws down to a wide open guy. That's how they got their touchdown.
right.
So it's like, wow, I was very happy about it, obviously, but I was kind of surprised Indiana looked that bad against my beloved Ohio State Buckeyes.
Yeah, better competition. It's not gonna look like that.
No, it's not. It's gonna look different, no doubt. But
But Ohio State, you know, is they're not surprising me for what they're doing. They're a good team.
yeah, no doubt, no doubt. Great team, great team. Um, I mean, Penn State looked pretty, I guess, okay. I guess. I mean, they played Pittsburgh.
Right.
Pittsburgh was somewhat competitive in that game.
They
So
were gamey. They were gamey.
yeah,
They came to
they
play.
were. They were gamey. Definitely, they were definitely gamey.
They came to
They were
play.
definitely gamey. So yeah, man. Yep. Yeah, that's pretty much covers it, man. So tomorrow, when we get back at it,
Do our
we're gonna
prediction.
dive into all these controversial things, man, on this you know, on the NFL. When I say controversial, all the breaking news with the injury to these quarterbacks and some of these
Right.
trades and some of these players, crying and complaining they want out, I want out, trade me, da 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 da.
Yeah,
Let's
we gotta talk. We gotta address that. Seriously,
yeah,
tomorrow we got to address that.
yeah, no doubt, man. I mean,
Episode
this is
15
gonna
is
be a
that will be
pro-
addressed
yeah.
because it's getting out of
Straight.
hand.
It really is. And then also we gotta make our weekly picks for the upcoming games on Sundays.
Yes. Yeah, we'll
So
do. We definitely
are
gonna
we
have
gonna do college
predictions.
college picks too, or
Yeah, we'll do some college football picks too.
yeah, yeah,
Um,
that's
you
fine.
know, any major games or whatever, we'll do picks for those. But also we should do our predictions because the fights this weekend, I
Oh, is
believe.
it? Wait, I thought it was next weekend.
Oh no, it's next. It's the 28th. Yeah, it's the
28.
20th.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Where are you watching the fight at, Russ?
I don't know yet.
Hmm. Yeah, maybe we should try to get together and watch that fight, bro.
Yeah, we
I
should
mean, I
do
don't
that.
know if you know where you're watching it at, but maybe we can go to somewhere. I don't know. We'll figure it out. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
You see if you can see. I mean, if of course, depending on if you don't have the girls yet, for that weekend or whatever, or
right.
you're not thing with the girls, and so just let me know, man. Let's see if we can
Ah, but we could do that. Yeah, we could do that though.
yeah, see if we can get together and watch that fight, man. I really want to watch that.
Yeah.
So and then of course we can include it in one of our one of our
Right.
shows when we do it.
Right.
Recap it. So all right, well that's what it is then. So tomorrow we'll get back at it, man, and we still got some more stuff to talk about tomorrow. So
Right.
you know, let's get back at it tomorrow. And so fans, stay tuned, please. We got some more content. We got some more controversial stuff to talk about, and we'll get back at it tomorrow.
Absolutely. Thank all the fans out there,
Yes, sir.
for tuning
All
in
right.
again. And we're gonna just keep getting better. Let us know what y'all think.
Yes, sir. Peace out.
Out.